Arriving to study. Upon arriving in Canada, you are met by an officer from the Canadian Border Services Agency at a point of entry. The CBSA protects the borders and processes everyone entering and exiting the country. You'll have to present your travel documents to the officer. Remember to keep these documents along with all other valuable papers and money on your person and not packed in your luggage, which could cause a delay. You need to prepare the following documents to present: a valid passport or travel document, the letter of introduction sent from the visa office when they approved your study permit. The CBSA officer needs this letter in order to issue your study permit because it contains your permit reference number. You also need a valid temporary resident visa, if you need one, a copy of the letter of acceptance from the school at which you are sanctioned to study, evidence that you can financially support yourself while you're in Canada, and any other documents such as letters of reference that your local visa officer recommended to have on hand. In the event that any other documents are missing, or if any information in your letters of reference or on your application is incorrect, it is possible that you will not be admitted into Canada. Presenting the documents will not guarantee entry into the country. You will need to prove that you meet the requirements of the Immigration and Refugee Protection Act and regulations before you be permitted to enter Canada. If everything is in order at the point of entry, you will be issued a study permit and you will be admitted into Canada. Make sure to confirm that the study permit has your correct personal information and that the expiry date is when you expected to leave Canada. A passport or temporary resident visa are not required for citizens and permanent residents of the United States, Saint-Pierre-et-Miquelon, and Greenland. However, these nationals must prove citizenship or permanent residence with a document such as an alien registration card or a national identity card. In the event that you arrive in Canada with more than $10,000 in Canadian currency equivalent, a CBSA officer must be made aware. Failure to disclose this information could result in a fine or imprisonment. The funds could be in the form of cash, securities in bearer form, such as bonds, stock, treasury bills, or debentures, or negotiable instruments in bearer form, such as checks, traveller's checks, or money orders. Conditions of the study permit. Your permit will list the following conditions: at which institution you are permitted to study, whether you are permitted to work in Canada, if you are required to take a medical examination, observation or treatment, whether your travel within Canada is restricted, and when you are required to leave Canada. If you do not comply with the conditions, it would be considered an offence under the Immigration and Refugee Protection Act. In this event, you would be able to voluntarily leave Canada, or you might be subject to an admissibility determination or hearing. The outcome could result in your removal from Canada, which would revoke your temporary resident status and any permit you have. For more information on studying in Canada, head over to www.canadianimmigration.co, where you can find everything you need to know and more.